I'm Nigerian journalist Kemi Omalulu Olunlaya in Lagos, Nigeria. The time right now is about 1 p.m. local time, and that should be 9, let's see, 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, August 4th, Eastern Time. I'm a little worried about what's going on in the United States. My children are all Americans, 32, 27, and 18. My 18-year-old lives here in Nigeria with me. I spent over 20 something years in the US. My older kids have never been to Nigeria, they're over there. Last night before I went to bed, I was watching CNN and I came back from dinner only to see a story in El Paso, Texas, where someone opened fire in a Walmart full of customers, children, back to school shopping. A lot of children were killed yesterday. I watched the whole coverage on CNN. I even had a clip that I was really upset about that CNN kept showing shooting and somebody hiding under a table. It's really sad that I woke up this morning to find out that the death toll, which we predicted that will be high, was very high. 20 people killed in that Walmart. Upon all that, as I wanted to turn the channel to something else, I just saw the next news coming out of Dayton, Ohio, where 26 people are injured and 11 or so killed in another shooting. And these all have to do with the white nationalists and people that post things on Facebook and Trump supporters and this and that. Excuse me. The fight is not about Trump. A lot of Democrats are blaming Donald Trump because his racist views, his racist remarks, what they call racist, I don't find it racist. I know this man very well before he became president. Donald Trump doesn't hate black people. He doesn't hate Latinos. He doesn't hate women. It's just in the mind of people. All this stuff that's going on with him and Elijah Cummings and Ilhan Omar, it's just big distractions. At the end of the day, we lived the most in Baltimore. I have children born in Baltimore. And I did a video on youtube.com/KemiOlunloyoTV. And on my video, I said, okay, President Trump, Elijah Cummings is a hard worker. That's our congressman. That one you need to apologize for. As far as the rats and the drugs and everything in Baltimore is, that's still going on. I was part of this stuff. I was Maryland's Volunteer of the Year in 1997. Baltimore was where I worked mostly on the drug problem. So going back to Donald Trump, it's not the president's fault. Mass shootings have been going on in the U.S. for years, decades. In the 90s, from Columbine to name it, I witnessed it all. I covered it all as a journalist. Now I'm in Nigeria. I'm going to be 55 in the next 48 hours. I ran a Twitter page. I want everybody to go to Snitch Lady. Now, that's my nickname in Canada. After some drug dealer that shoots everybody up, mostly rappers that he didn't like, named me Snitch Lady. He actually emailed me and told me, why do you have to be a community crusader, Snitch Lady? And I like the name, turn lemons into lemonade. So, at Snitch Lady on Twitter. Okay, I did a few things on Instagram, but I didn't touch it anymore. But Snitch Lady on Twitter was very active, and I want to open it back today. I have not used it for close to 7 years. Maybe I visited once or twice, but I think I should start blogging about these shootings again for awareness. It's very sad that these are not mass shootings where the shooter has killed himself. They're actually arresting these kids. This Dayton one had an AR-100 style weapon. Now, the one in Texas, El Paso, saddens me because just about a month or so ago, Governor Abbott of Texas, oh God, just relaxed gun laws, giving people like an okay to buy big time weapons. Very dangerous weapons without the so many background checks and criminal checks and things. So this Texas kid, he's alive, he's with the cops, he's going to be charged for every single thing. 20 counts of murder, counts of attempted murder, premeditated. All these charges doesn't get him anywhere, but he'll sit in prison, eating good food and watching TV. Really, is it the gun lobbies or the gun laws or what is it? Okay, the minute I heard Walmart, my oldest son worked in security at Walmart. He started in Walmart pushing carts part-time while he was going to school. Then he became a security guard in a Walmart. And then he was promoted to their offices, their head offices, where he worked in security. From wearing that Walmart blue jacket, pushing carts to wearing a suit. When these kind of things happen, us, stealing and stuff, they all enter those stores from security department. But I know my son's job has never had to do with shooting, but when you come from Walmart headquarters and you're security people for the company, and you walk into a store filled with 20 dead bodies and blood everywhere, and police even told me as a journalist that they were walking past dead bodies and blood, because they can't move those bodies until everybody has been identified, cleared, and families have been notified. This is one of the toughest jobs ever. We're talking about El Paso, where there's so many Latinos. Some are illegal aliens, and I heard that some people were shot and they didn't go to the hospital because they don't want ICE to deport them. So that's why I tweeted President Trump on my work handle at HNN Africa. I tweeted Trump yesterday, my verified handle at HNN Africa, and I said, please, President Trump, don't even do immigration enforcement at hospitals and family, the family centers, I'm trying to find the word, reunification centers. So it's kind of really tough that all this stuff has to happen, because some of the people dead in El Paso, we don't even know who they are. There's a lot of children dead in their back to school shop in many schools in the South, West start in August. And, people have to start buying school stuff and their children. Some of them were detached from their families. It was in some kind of mall, but the shooter went inside a Walmart. So this is not about the president, okay, and his views and whatever. Americans forget that you guys have a First Amendment. I'm sitting here as a journalist that's been locked up 3 times for something I didn't do. That case is behind me now, but I will never forget it. At the end of the day, if the police did their job right and investigated what they said I posted, and they'll know that I didn't post it, but they didn't do it, they just arrested me. The whole story is on the internet. 3 times, 3 different reasons. But at the end of the day, I myself, I'm suffering post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, for my own case. But look at the people that have been killed here. What are their families going to go through? A lot of trauma. And the survivors. Some people survived, they got to the hospital, they died. So it's very important to focus on the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? The bigger picture should be, who are these shooters? The weapons, the gun laws, the lobbies. If Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, did not pass all these, he told everybody, submit your gun laws and your vetoes. All these gun laws were relaxed. I haven't researched Dayton yet, but 26 people were injured in that one in Dayton, Ohio, and police said 9 were dead. Texas, 20. I mean, this Dayton gunman went in there and they said he wore body armor during the attack, so he doesn't get killed. So we have 13 hours of bloodshed in America, 29 dead in 2 mass shootings on the same day. Where are we going? Now, if you ask me, I don't live in America anymore, but I have children who are American and 2 adults who live there and 1 here with me. And I'm very concerned. And even if I didn't have children who are American or lived there, it is a problem. Anyone can get caught in the crossfire in America. Nigerians travel to America all the time. What if a Nigerian was visiting that Walmart yesterday and they were killed? That's just it. It becomes a diplomatic issue. The bodies are still there in Walmart. You know how it is when you have a mass shooting. You can't move the bodies yet. You have to comb the stores to make sure there's no booby traps. He could have put a bomb or anything. And then you have to identify bodies one by one. Cops told me they were walking past blood and everything. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my condolences goes to the state of Texas and the state of Ohio and all the residents, people, Americans. My condolence goes to the families. This is terrible. I haven't seen an incident where 2 mass shootings happened within 24 hours. Please follow me at HNN Africa and at Snitch Lady. I'm going to open Snitch Lady Twitter now. After 7 years, I'm going to go in and start tweeting gun violence around the world. We here in Nigeria have massive gun violence. We have bandits, we have Boko Haram, we have all kinds of armed robbers, kidnappers. Everybody has a gun, and they're shooting when they need to. I'm Kemi Omalolu Olunlaya. You can find me at Kemi Olunlaya on Facebook and Instagram. My accounts are all verified. Twitter is at HNN Africa. Thanks for listening.